And check out the view from the CTV Skywatch camera looking out to the west-southwest there. Sun's just kind of a little bit behind a cloud there, so it looks a little dark. But we are seeing a lot of sunshine right now. 15 degrees is where we're at. That is our daytime high. We got there at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and 5 degrees was our low, and we got there at 5 a.m. this morning. So things are looking up. That yellow orb that you saw to the south is actually the sunshine trying to make a return. So that is really nice news for the weekend. Lots of outdoor activities this weekend. You heard Jackie talking about the Purina Walk for dog guides. Looks like it's going to have good weather for that. Teen temperatures all over the place. These are where the warnings are for heavy rainfall. And we're talking between 50 and 80 millimeters more rain for these areas over the next 24 hours. So you can see how it extends all the way up into the Kananaskis area, into Nordegg, and a little bit to the west of the Continental Divide. The core of the low is now pushing further to the north in its rotation. As it does so, an area of high pressure is trying to build in to the south, and that will continue to build in over the weekend. So we've got a couple of days of pretty stable weather, although having said that, remember, daytime heating, leftover instability can trigger a late day shower or thunder shower. Just be aware of that. It's not in the official forecast, but all this precipitation is moving to the north. Now you notice how far wide reaching those bands are. It's already affecting Regina, Saskatoon, as far east as Winnipeg, all from this same system kind of flattening as it rotates further to the north. But still in the higher elevations, if you're thinking of going to Jasper or Banff this weekend for camping, they've got a rain-snow mixture to look forward to for a couple of days there as well. So still some really active weather, especially in the higher elevations as you get into Sunday. So just be aware of that if you're heading out. 16 degrees in St. John's right now. Sun and cloud mix is not going to be happening through much of the Maritimes for the weekend. It looked like it might be that yesterday we were talking, but they've got 2 or 3 days of rain. Trough of low pressure is really working its way up the eastern seaboard, and that's affecting areas all the way into southern Ontario. Northern Ontario, all around the edge of the Great Lakes, looking at frost warnings right now. 20 degrees in Winnipeg, double 11s for Regina and Saskatoon, 9 degrees in Edmonton as all that precipitation heads into those areas and the cloud cover. 18 in Kelowna right now, sun and cloud in Vancouver, sun and cloud in Whitehorse, and 23 degrees and a sun and cloud mix in Yellowknife right now. Overnight forecast for you in East Kootenay, still have a chance of a scattered shower tonight, 6 degrees for a low. Sun and cloud mix for the bulk of the day, but you know, you could see a late day shower being triggered tomorrow. For the Crow's Nest Pass, chance of a shower activity tonight, about 30% chance of that. 6 degrees for a low, 12 degrees for a high tomorrow. You'll have a sun and cloud mix for the bulk of the day. Medicine Hat, partly cloudy tonight, 7 degrees, 18 for a high tomorrow. A little gusty in the afternoon, sun and cloud mix. But as I said, for all the areas, just be aware there is that chance of a developing late day shower, and I've put that in our forecast for tomorrow. Just as a caution, as I said, it's not in the official map information that I'm looking at right now, but I just know that daytime heating, little leftover instability has often done that. But the bulk of the day tomorrow will be a beautiful sun and cloud mix, lots of sunshine, 18 degrees, and then 19, a little cloudy as we get into Sunday, but we will see some sunny breaks as well. And then we've got another system moving in from the west-southwest, not as well organized, very broken up, so a little bit of instability over the next few days after that, but certainly some sunshine in the mix as well. All is not lost. Marjorie, we have to congratulate Marjorie for 31 years of making infant clothes for young children and infants that she donates. She does this in her spare time and recycles material, always a good thing, and does some knitting as well and donates them to hospitals and different charities. So thanks, Marjorie. We have a basket here for you. That's it for me. Have a great weekend, everyone, and we'll talk to you on Monday.
There's a disturbing new trend in women's cancers. Lung cancer is now the leading cause of cancer death in Canada. But what's more troubling is that more women are getting it who don't smoke. Jennifer Leslie reports.
Samantha Mixon looks and feels great, and yet she is fighting stage 4 lung cancer and all the assumptions that people make about her disease.
The first thing they ask me is, did you smoke? And it's annoying at this point.
She's a non-smoker with no family history and only 33 years old. She was diagnosed in November after getting treatment for what she assumed were migraines. Turns out she had a tumor that formed when the lung cancer metastasized to the brain.
Telling my daughter was the hardest part about it, because how do you tell her that, your mommy's odds are not very good for 5 years? It's one of the hardest things I've ever had to do.
We're seeing more and more lung cancer in people who don't smoke, especially in women.
Dr. Saeed Kansarinia is a thoracic surgeon who says the numbers are discouraging and no one really knows why. But he points to new targeted chemotherapy drugs that are working well for younger, non-smoking women.
They seem to have much better success in controlling the disease and putting some of our patients even into remission.
She said, "Mommy, you'll make a pretty angel one day."
Samantha and her 8-year-old daughter Carly still struggle with statistics that show a very low survival rate. But the new drugs are making a difference, and Samantha is determined to do her part to raise awareness.
That can happen to anyone. It's not a smoker's disease anymore.
In both men and women, lung cancer rates are highest in Quebec and lowest in BC. Summer is almost here, and you'll likely spend a lot more time outdoors. That means you will need sunscreen. But which one is the best? Consumer Reports tested 12 sunscreens that claim to protect against cancer-causing UVA and UVB rays. They found some of the least expensive brands were also the most effective, but they also found the sun protection factor, or SPF, on the label doesn't always match the real protection that it offers. Heath Brown is here. That means sports is up.
Yeah, so my SPF 4 and 8 probably not working that great.
Not cutting it, bucko.
Oh, my skin gets nice and dark brown, though, I'll tell you that. Are we talking about sports now? You want me to go?
Yeah, let's talk sports.
Okay. Here's something that both you and I probably couldn't do, but these people can. We'll talk about it next in sports.